First up, you know we gotta go with the soul fruit. This one of the coolest fruits in One Piece. They got so many OP abilities that had to be on this list. First of all, stealing souls is crazy. Big Mom thinks she the Rock out here offering to steal somebody's soul. That right there is already pretty busted. So anybody that's scared of you could just straight up steal their soul, turn them into a loyal homie. You even could borrow some of your own lifespan to get stronger. She must have learned that from Gon. Big Mom low-key a Hunter fan. Big Mom is also getting the most out of that fruit. Who else is gonna take that fruit and make a whole kingdom a loyal servant? She might be kind of stupid, but with this ability, she's a genius. Only weakness I can think of is that they gotta be scared of you. When you got the power that Big Mom has and your Emperor to see, your reputation precedes you, and she probably has no trouble getting people scared of her. Homies might leave you. That's another small weakness like we seen with Zeus. That's probably happened like 1 in a million times. Overall, definitely one of the strongest fruits in the series. The next one is either more or less OP, depending on if you're a baddie or not. I don't really hear a lot of buzz for this one being OP, maybe because you really gotta be a baddie to use it, but if you're sexy, this fruit might be the most OP of them all. So if you're watching this at home right now, this might be number 1 for you. This is the ultimate simp check though. I don't even know how it works with hockey, but it could probably even take down top tiers. I know some of the Marines was fighting off bow advances, but I don't know if that's just because they was not simps or just because they had stronger hockey than her. It can be easy to win fights with this if you use it right. We see Boa catching a lot of bodies over the show. She might be the top female fighter that's not Big Mom. Only weakness, you gotta be cute. So if you're me or Granny Kokoro, you might not really get that much out of it, but if you clean up nice and all put yourself together, this fruit might be one of the most OP in the show. The pawpaw fruit was actually one of the nicest fruits in the series in my opinion. It's underrated. I feel like I'll never see anyone talk about this fruit. Kuma out here pushing out pain. He's storing memories outside people's bodies. That's straight fire. The craziest feat, of course, gotta be taking out all the straw has no problem. I know it was pre-time skip. They weren't like how they are now. But even still, Kuma really beat a lot of top tiers with this fruit. He was going crazy in Marineford. And I ain't gonna say too much for the anime onlys, but he gonna have some shine coming up. No real weaknesses, but it's mostly a defensive fruit. You basically gotta be able to fight to get the most out of this fruit. Like if you can't throw hands, I can't imagine you get that much out of that fruit. I mean, all you really gotta do is touch them, so yeah, it's a great fruit. Even if you're not a fighter, this is like a low-key a plot device fruit. You can find a lot to do with it. Definitely one of the best fruits in the series, and yeah, I'm throwing this one high on the list. One of the only things more OP than blipping some of this out of existence gotta be slipping yourself out of existence. This is the ultimate speed blitz fruit. Look at what this fruit was able to take Kizaru, and he's actually lazy as hell. I don't know if he could be as high as he was without having a Logia fruit, but then again, all the Admirals are kind of tough. We seen Aokiji have a crazy flashback. We don't know what Akaino's up to. Fujitora, they're all tough. I don't think he got here to shut off his devil fruit, but it can't hurt. Fire and beams, teleporting around the map, becoming a human mirror. This will be one of the most fun fruits to use. If I was picking devil fruit from scratch, I might pick this one. You have to be a top tier fighter on your own, or at least a top tier thinker, just to keep up with this fruit. Either some kind of future sight or extremely fast reaction time. Because think about it, if you go at the speed of light and you can't think that fast, or you can't even, it's not that fast, it's kind of useless. So I guess Kizaru, I'm sleeping on my boy. Best feat, like I said, taking Kizaru lazy ass up to being an admiral. Nah, like I said, I can't say too much, so I'm gonna just say Sabaldi for right now. Like I said, for the anime onlys, we ain't really everything he was up to on A-Kid, so I don't want to say too much. You'll see when we get there though. We'll have to revisit this in the future. The only weakness I can even think of might be that you gotta think fast to use the fruit right, but then again, I don't know, because Kizaru seemed like he be stoned out of his mind all the time, so I might be tripping on that one. Although, what a great fruit. There's not much I would rather have besides this one. A fruit that's completely unfair. How about this one that said it could destroy the entire world? You know this had to be on here, the strongest paramecia fruit. This fruit literally helps somebody become the strongest man in the world. I forget who said it, but someone said this fruit has the power to destroy the world. Whitebeard was out here cracking the freaking air, destroying otters with punches. He was cracking our screens with straight hands. This gotta be the one paramecia that can match the raw power of the Logias. I can't think of any other top of my head that's nowhere near as strong as this one. As far as feats go, look no further than Marineford. I mean, this fruit got Whitebeard to the top of the world, like I said. We saw Marineford, he turned the entire battlefield upside down. That's him with weakened hockey, slowing down, with cancer and full of bullet holes, and he was still turning that John up. It wasn't his body or his hockey that was doing all that. That was that devil fruit. Personally, I'm glad it's still in the story. I can't wait to see what Blackbeard gonna get up to with it, because we ain't get to see enough of Whitebeard. The fact that he risked his life going to a war zone, even if he did have a plan and some backup fighters at Marineford, shows this fruit is just a cheat code. Blackbeard does not do anything for no reason, so if he was willing to go out of his way to get this fruit, you know it's crazy. Weaknesses? No weakness at all, but it's not versatile at all. Your only career options basically is to work in demolition or be Emperor to sea. But with a fruit like this, you won't really struggle to do either. But you know what's even scarier than pure destruction? completely erasing people from existence. This is one of the scariest fruits in the show. The Toy fruit gotta be the scariest fruit Oda ever thought of, no cap. You know how much of a menace anybody will be with this fruit? Imagine what you could do to your enemies if you had this fruit. Not me, of course, I'm a great guy, I wouldn't do anything with it. Anyone that messes with me, anyone that messes with you is done for. And nobody's even gonna notice anything to suspect. That's the crazy part. Imagine Ted Bundy or somebody with a fruit like this. You probably won't even wanna use it though, cause it's too discreet. This can be good or bad, but the random side effect of staying whatever age, it could be nice. I want mine looking like 21-year-old me forever. Feats-wise, we all saw firsthand, Sugar had a whole country living side by side. What had to be thousands of toys, nobody was any the wiser what was going on. Those fruits were living in hell, bruh. They the only ones that knew anything was wrong. They couldn't even communicate, they couldn't even try and escape. And for some reason, I guess Sugar never fell asleep, or it said it still worked that she fell asleep, I forget. But we know Usopp knocked the mess out of her. But imagine if somebody that really could throw hands like Kaido had this fruit. Weakness, we not sure how it works with Haki. I guess it wouldn't work on someone with way stronger Haki. But then again, they were implying that Sugar could take out Luffy. And at that point, his Haki no doubt was stronger than Sugar's. Maybe because he was off guard, maybe because he was an idiot. Maybe his Haki reflex wasn't that fast at the time, or maybe it wanted to work all together. We don't know because it didn't happen. But I'ma choose to believe that my boy Usopp saved the entire plot of the show. So for weakness, I'ma say none. I definitely think that this fruit works on somebody with stronger Haki. Like I said, if a top tier fighter had this fruit, One Piece would be done. How do you even get more OP than that? What if there was a fruit that completely negated every other devil fruit? Like I said, Blackbeard is a genius. We see his second fruit on this list, even higher than the first. This fruit can do a lot. It can absorb attacks, it can throw attacks back. It's low-key the ultimate counter to every devil fruit ability. Unless you got straight Haki or straight hands, somebody like Buggy will be done for going against Blackbeard. He'll be done for either way, but whatever. Feats-wise, holding down Whitebeard until his fruit, even if he was beat up, is still kinda tough. I know. Blackbeard is the off-screen king. I'm trying to think of some feats. He whooped Ace with it too, and that's the only fruit he had. It's not perfect though. The fact that you actually need to make physical contact to nullify powers is a good nerf in my opinion. Once the fruit is awakened, I'm sure that'll change and he'll be nerfing people from across the battlefield. But at this point, we know that Blackbeard has to touch somebody to negate their powers, so yeah, that's a good downside. I've heard people say this fruit makes you take more damage, but really it means you just take full damage like any other non-Logia would. So everyone having Haki now anyway, I don't know if it's really the biggest nerf. So yeah, this one actually has some drawbacks unlike the next one, which is literally named OP. Oda knew exactly what he was doing naming this fruit what it is. I said that the Paw fruit was the plot device fruit, but I take that back. This is the real plot device fruit. Come on, bro. Why does this fruit do so much? Why does this fruit give immortality? I said that this is gonna happen one day too. No way this idea was introduced for no reason. That alone is OP. Room is one of the coolest techniques in the show. It's like a domain expansion in One Piece. Anything Law wants to do in this room, he could do. He could cut you up, steal your heart, swap souls, teleport. These aren't even hypotheticals. We literally see him do all of these things. Basically inside that room, he's a god. The swapping souls should be used way more often. That's literally hats. Imagine he just swapped Blackbeard with the horse during a fight. I know. Haki. The feats this fruit has are nasty too. Swapping a Straw Hat souls like I just said, manipulating the battlefields against two emperors, cutting through Big Mom with the Gamma Knife. I don't remember if he hurt Kaido or not, probably not. So on and so forth. You could definitely tell Law's one of Oda's favorite characters because he been having good feats for a minute. We thought he was damn near a Straw Hat for one point. He probably spent like 7 years in real life with the Straw Hats. Only weakness I can even think of is you gotta keep your stamina up big time. So basically if you do your daily cardio, you good for real. Anything outside of that and you really can't beat him. I still think it's kind of BS how Doflamingo was handling him. Only thing that maybe could go above this fruit are mythical Zoans. So of course, that's what the next one is gonna be. Let's talk about it. Like I said, mythical Zoans gotta be the top fruits in One Piece. Obviously Kaido wasn't carried by this fruit, but this Dragon Double fruit helped them become literally the strongest creature in the world. This fruit was like a Zoan, Paramecia, and Logia all rolled into one. They got the insane durability, got the insane destructive power, and you could breathe fire and do lightning attacks somehow. We don't even know if Kaido was a human though, so we don't know if everything that he got is strictly from the Devil Fruit. You know you're way too OP, but you could spend half of a war against a future Emperor of the Sea, drunk off your ass, and still be the strongest one there by far. I know Luffy beat him, but come on, Kaido was fighting for what, 3 days straight at that point? And Luffy had multiple chances to heal. Kaido was definitely the strongest one there. Feats wise, all you have to do was watch the entire war arc. He never stopped fighting the whole time and actually killed Luffy before a plot saved him. Like any other Zoan, the durability of this fruit is straight up insane. The destructive power, the speed blitzing, and the cool ass hybrid forms. You could tell Oda put all of his love into Kaido straight into the character design, because the character development for Kaido, if you've been around this channel for a while, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Kaido's character. But I can't lie though, boxing wise and aesthetics wise, Kaido is amazing in that regard. As far as weaknesses goes, there really are none. What really could be the downside of being a damn dragon? To beat one of the most dangerous fruits imaginable, you kinda need to be a god. Luckily, there happened to be one on Wano. Be honest, you knew ever since Oda first introduced this fruit, it would be on every list like this. I don't even know what the limits of this fruit are. It runs off a straight Toon Force. How do you even scale that? We see him turn Kaido into a jump rope. We see him turn the ground to rubber. We seen Luffy do anything he could think of. At first, I honestly had no clue how to feel about it, but now I love Gear 5. It's so creative. Catching lightning, bouncing off the earth, and telling Death to straight up chill on him. Come on, if you don't like Gear 5, you don't like fun. I understand it's not the most popular fruit, but it is very fun. Beats wise, come on. Go back and watch Luffy versus Kaido, that's all you need to see. If you still not convinced, wait till you see what he could do in Egghead. Anime onlys, like I said, you're in for a great surprise, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. You already know the most OP fruit in the series is not gonna have any weaknesses. Maybe it tires you all quickly and then you end up like this. But either way, he's been able to get right back in for him, so maybe it's just to be funny. If you don't think Nika is the strongest, who do you have above it? Let's argue in the comments. And while we're taking OP devil fruits, click here to see my ranking on the most legendary One Piece fights. You won't believe who I have at number 1.